Okay guys, welcome to another edition of Black Matt's Black Legion blog. Here we are up on 125th in Lenox, Malcolm X Drive, Boulevard, whatever it's called. And I'm on my way to pick up Fritz. Fritz 40K. Him and I are going to head down to the Complete Strategist on 33rd Street between 5th and Broadway. And we got somebody teaching us Malifaux. I've been looking forward to this for quite a long time. Him and I, we've been planning on putting a blog together. Oh, come on, mother. Here we are, our local henchman here, the guy in suit, or Andrew, is showing us how to play. You know, we've come down. This is the Complete Strategist in the basement. It's the home of the warmongers, right? Fritz is choosing his crew. Who'd you choose? Fritz has chosen Pandora. I will be running the Resurrectionists, but my list is going to be Nicodem, Mortimer, and 2 Hanged. At least I think. Again, like guys, we are just literally learning how to play this, so you guys will see how it goes. We're going to try and turn this into a battle report, even though either of us really don't know what the hell we're doing.
As long as I win.
As long as he wins, it's all that matters. Okay, guys. Battle report. We're coming up with our host Andrew is going through and explaining what our terrain is. Andrew, can you go ahead and make a rundown of what we got here?
Absolutely. What we have is pretty simple setup for your first game. We're going to have 2 pieces of area terrain right here, these little cactus patches if you will. We're going to have 2 hills. The hills will be sloped on the edges and flat wherever there's the bricks you see here. This will be an object right here, and this is also an object. This object, however, is a giant soul stone, which any model within 3 inches will receive a +1 to the casting flip for any spells.
Casting flip only.
Right, so if you're casting a spell within 3 inches of this guy, you draw his power and get a +1. Right?
Okay.
So just to get you guys started, it should draw you to the middle and cause a lot of action around the stone, alright?
Yes, awesome. Alright, so hold on guys, that's our terrain setup. We'll go through the crews here in a sec. Okay guys, here we are. We're gonna, Fritz and I have both elected to go ahead and do a full-fledged game, which includes schemes and what is it? Strategies is the other one?
1 strategy and 2 schemes.
Okay.
So you guys both have your decks ready. Take a card, determine your strategy.
Okay, this will be mine. My first flip is a 12 of crows. What a telltale sign. Uh-oh.
So you, sir, have treasure hunt. And you have slaughter. So those are your strategies.
Treasure hunt and slaughter, and this is scripted by a table in the Malifaux rulebook.
Core encounter chart.
Okay.
There are more expanded encounter charts, which are very more story driven and complex. This is the simpler strategy chart used for competitive play.
Okay, excellent.
Right.
Then strategies.
Well, that's the strategies you determine.
Strategy schemes.
Schemes you determine yourself. You decide them from the list.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll have to go through that.
Take some time and think about it. And now that you know what he's doing, you know what you're doing, you decide what schemes would be appropriate.
So okay, alright, well hold on. I never knew how to play this. Alright guys, here we are, we've gotten deployment. Fritz has chosen, this is a standard deployment?
Standard deployment.
So 6 inches in,
yep.
That's 6 inches, our board edge is determined by this, and 6 inches in. Then now we draw our hand, 1, 2, and that's 6 for this size. 4, 6, and then
the next step is the initiative flip. See who gets to go first. Both flip a card. Highest card is the initiative flip.
Initiative flip. 11 of tomes.
So 11 beats a 10. All right. One rule you need to know is if you're not happy with your initiative flip, you may burn a soul stone to flip it again. However, it's a tactical decision on the first turn. It probably doesn't matter who goes first. You're just getting ready to fight.
You flip for initiative every single turn.
Every single turn.
So Fritz could, let's say, go last and then turn around, win a flip, and then go again, and then he gets his.
The activations are all done for one entire turn,
yeah.
And then shuffle it again, draw new cards, and then you flip initiative again.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, so I will go first. We'll see how it happens. And here's a little battle report, what I've done. See, it goes back and forth, and that's one thing that I particularly like about the game, is that I go, Fritz goes, moves a model, I move, and he moves. So what I've done, Mortimer, first thing he did was he placed a corpse counter on Nicodem, and then he walked up. So then what I did with my 2 action points from both of my hangs, I floated them up. I know you can't see, but what he did, he brought Candy, I think her name is, the little girl, Candy. What he did is he rushed her up there, so that was my response to that. It's my turn? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a corpse counter on Nicodem. Whoops, I got this all wrong. The Hanged have activated. Okay, so now Nicodem is going to activate, and what I'm going to try and do is reanimate. So I do a flip. He's got a casting cost of 6 and 2 crows, or 16 and 2 crows. I've got a 7 crows is a stat line. I have a 10 and tomes, which I can't use that, right?
You now have a 17. However, you only have 1 crow.
So I need. So I could either use a soul stone and add to that,
right,
which would give me the crow, or potentially give me that. Oh, because a soul stone isn't something. Oh. I flip. Can I cheat that flip?
Nope.
Oh, I cannot cheat that flip.
So look at your hand right here and see what you can do.
So what I have here is I do have what's necessary.
You have a 9, so that puts you at a 16 crow, and you're done. Or if you want to save that, you can cast a 6 and then throw a soul stone just to add raw numbers. So you'd have 2 crows and a total of a 14 plus whatever you had. If you had a 2 or higher, you'd get it off.
Okay, so again, resource management. I'm gonna choose the 9.
Go for the sure thing. It's probably the best call of the game.
All right. And then I place, and this is gonna be a punk zombie, and I'm gonna place that within 6. I will measure that out, and I will put him as farthest forward as possible. Then the last, that was a cat. See, he's a casting expert, so he gets +1 action point.
2 action points left.
He will walk up and attempt to get his toe in cover. Okay guys, here we are beginning turn 2, and Fritz won the duel. What he did was, and you can't see it, but Candy, this model over here, this model there, she moved up and she's achieved her objective or her scheme. She came up. Go ahead, Fritz. Put it back down. So theirs was capture the treasure or something. They had to move up, and she moved up and interacted with it. She has what she needs. Now she has to go back to the deployment zone. I have to stop that.
The key trick was she cast a spell as a 0 action, allowed her to move through the woods without penalty, so she got there very quickly before he could get range.
So what I tried to do was I flanked over here with one of the Hanged, and I tried to do a Hangman's Knot, which would draw her close, and then I was going to charge. That was the plan, but I didn't get the cards.
You just can't get
yeah, the lash. I love it.
Get away from Chaos Lash.
So I didn't have the cards. It didn't happen. Fritz is going ahead and continue with his turn. Hey guys, here we are, bottom of 2. Getting ready to play 3, and what happened was Fritz just pretty much linked up a bunch of the Sorrows onto Pandora. Fritz, what'd you do with her?
She ran up here and grabbed the treasure.
That was last turn, right?
That was last turn. Now this turn I'm going to try and run away.
Okay, coming up, he's going to try it. And you just moved him over as you're going to block her retreat. I searched forward. I created a corpse counter and gave it to Nicodem, and he exhumed a punk zombie. So I got 2 punk zombies, 2 Hanged. He moved out, tried to draw her close with the Hangman's Knot, pull him close. That didn't really work. He came over and tried to take half of her wounds with Whisper from Beyond, and that didn't work. You drew and you succeeded that. So here, let's go ahead and do an initiative flip. What are you getting, Fritz?
11, right?
Flip. 11, 13. That means I go first.
All right, what can I burn to try and flip it again?
You can burn a soul stone, but my card stands. You have to beat a 13.
I can't beat a 13.
Yeah, I don't think so. Hey Andrew, what happens when they're tied? Now, this was our fate, our initiative flip, and he, if he by chance burned a soul stone and was lucky enough to get a 13, and we tied,
We would both reflip.
oh, we would both.
So I want to do that.
Well,
Because no, you're going to activate him.
And I'm gonna get his lady.
wounds potentially kill you, not guaranteed. You gotta
I'm going to try and burn it now. Burn it.
Yeah, he's going for gold. Bad move, Fritz.
5 cards in the deck that can get you out of the situation.
No, I know. I saw it in your eyes, fool. Don't even try. All right, so I'm going first. I'm gonna Hangman's Knot. I'm gonna dice this fool. Discard pile. Okay guys, we've just finished up the turn 3, and what I did was roundabout I just pulled Candy over and I killed her, flurried with a punk zombie. That went really well. That's pretty, I guess they are pretty badass. What Fritz's power was, what was the name of the power, Fritz, that you pushed me back with?
It was Mental Anguish.
Fritz with Pandora Mental Anguish, both a punk zombie and my Hanged, pushed me back, and what I did on my turn is I just moved forward. So I'm in the exact same position. I tried to bring Nicodem up and paralyze her so she couldn't get away so I can get my throat or my hands around her, but I failed on my casting on that. Here we are. We're going to reshuffle our decks into our hand, and then we are going to draw and have another activation phase.